Welcome to Creators X, our series in collaboration with Vultr, looking at the wonderful humans behind the tech that we're all working so hard on. Very excited to be here with Logan. Thank you for taking the time.
Thank you.
So I'm just going to cut straight to it. When I was looking at my notes for today's guests, your story stood out the most. You left me with a cliffhanger. You said that you recently took up surfing, right?
Right.
And that you have a story about a stingray for us.
So I lived in Chicago most of my life, and I just moved out to California about a year ago.
Welcome. We welcome you.
Thank you. And I thought, well, I'm out here. There's the ocean. I'm going to go take up surfing, right?
Yes.
So I go and get a surfboard. By the way, it's the biggest surfboard in the world. Soft top.
Yes.
Beginners.
That's
beginner
exactly what
surfboard.
you should do.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm out there.
It's safer.
I'm out there, and I thought, okay, I'm going to get in the water, and I go out. And by the way, I'm at the Huntington Beach, and I go out, the mecca of surfing.
Yeah. Great choice.
And I go out there, and I felt that I stepped on a sharp rock. So I thought, oh, that's kind of weird. But I went out there, came back in. I thought, okay, doesn't feel right. So I take my surfboard, get back to my car, and by chance, there was a gentleman that was setting up like a little surf school. And I asked him, I said, hey, it seems like I stepped on a rock. I got a little bleeding going on. Do you have Band-Aid? He immediately recognized by the look that I was a beginner surfer and that I was new, right? And he goes to me, let me take a look at what you got there. And he goes, and I said, yeah, sure, here it is. It's right in the back of my heel. And he says to me, how far do you live from here? I said, well, I'm about 5 minutes. He says, go home, put it in hot water, and that's a stingray sting you got.
Oh my goodness.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm going, oh, okay. Total novice. I had no idea what stingray sting was. So I said to him, yeah, I'll go home, no problem. And he goes, by the way, don't kind of tally around, go straight home.
Right.
I said, why? What happens? He says, you'll know it. Your legs are going to start feeling it.
The pain?
Yes.
Was it insane?
When it started. So I get home, I put it under hot water, and rookie mistake right there. Putting under hot water, letting the water run, I ran out of hot water.
Oh no.
Right? And then I could feel the pain just shooting up my leg. And I thought, okay, now time to go to the hospital. I go to nearest urgent care, and there's like a long line. I get to the emergency room, and the nurse looks at it and says, you're the third person in today.
Oh my gosh. Talk about feeling original in that moment.
Immediately, she hightails it in, and at that time, my leg is numb. The whole leg is numb. She's like, the poison is working up into your body. And so
scary.
Oh, I didn't know it because I didn't know what was going on. And the doctor comes in, he says, let me see your tongue. I mean, allergic reaction, nothing like that. So she brings her a big bucket of hot scalding water, bucket. That's the rookie mistake right there. Bucket, puts my feet in it, 45 minutes, the poison's dissolved.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Now I know. And I was telling my neighbor this, and he said, welcome to Huntington Beach.
Yeah, yes.
Now
I was going to say, I bet your, well, while this was a painful lesson, you're at least very welcomed into the surf community with that. It's like having your scar or your whatever initiation story. That's pretty great. So I assume you've been back in the water since?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Good.
And better that than the great white shark out there. So absolutely, I'm thankful. Right?
I love that you have such a positive and glowing attitude about this learning experience. Would you say that you have a similar attitude when you're innovating at work?
Yes, very enjoy. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to share with you that when I really enjoy it when I fail.
Really?
Yes. Failing means that I'm learning something new.
It does.
Absolutely. And you learn something really fast as you fail.
Oh, yeah.
So, absolutely, I really enjoy that at my work.
Yeah, yes, I love that. When did you first fall in love with technology?
I really didn't. I loved it since high school, but I resisted it, and it came later in life.
Ooh, what brought it back on later in life?
I think it was just the fact that I had to earn money.
Facts. Loving this honesty. The authenticity is,
Right.
is real with you, Logan.
Okay, good.
It's so true. How are you using tech in your personal life?
Oh, I do it to banter and make sure that my way of thinking, that I am not filtering out something from a select point of view. So absolutely, I love the fact that it'll bring in all different point of views, but I can ask it so that I can check on my way of thinking, and if I need to adjust that.
Yeah, I like that. It's almost as a bit of an antidote to bias to a degree.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you hope that it does for your friends and your family
Oh,
in the future?
I think it'll be infused and be much more in the background for them, and I think they'll take much more advantage of it. Like my son, I think he'll take advantage of it 10 years from now, 20 years from now, without knowing it that it's
Yes. Yeah. And how old is your son now?
there. Oh, he's 26.
Oh yeah. So but he's grown up with it really as a tool for work and for school and for a lot of different
Yeah.
things.
Oh, yeah. We have hot debates about it all the time.
Oh yeah. What do you? What's the hottest debate at the dinner table?
3 years ago, we're driving out, and he's in the music business, and we were discussing how AI is going to change the music business.
Yeah.
Entirely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you agree? Do you have a difference of perspective?
Oh, we definitely have a debatable conversation. Of course, my son is always, hey,
Yeah.
right? A lot of different views. But
Yes.
I certainly do.
You seem like a great person to ask this question. What would be your advice to someone, not even necessarily at the enterprise level, an individual who's really curious about starting to build with AI, but maybe a little overwhelmed about where to start or how to get going? What would you tell them?
Yeah, I also feel that way too a lot of times because things are changing so fast.
No kidding.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? So I would say take a corner piece wherever you start and start there and consume it little by little.
Yeah.
That would be my and don't try to look at what's the latest, but just keep track of where you are today and then tomorrow how much you're getting into it or
Yeah.
what the next step is for the process.
Yeah, no, I like that. It really is about bite size. Because if you try and stuff the whole cake in your mouth, first of all, it's overwhelming on a lot of different levels. But I mean, we're overwhelmed. The people out here doing it are overwhelmed by the velocity, and that's exactly right. No, it's about tinkering. Okay, I've got a fun final question for you.
All right.
You mentioned you're a Chicago native originally,
Yeah.
and I'm curious if Vultr was an iconic Chicago food, what food would they be?
Oh, by far, hands down, Chicago pork chop.
Oh, yes. Okay, tell me why.
Hands down. You know what that is? It's a favorite. It's spicy, and it delivers in a quick bite. Exactly what Chicago flavor should be.
I love that. Vultr, if you need any help with the new taglines, I think Logan's got you over here. Logan, this has been absolutely delightful. Thank you for bringing the energy today.
All right, thank you.
Yes.
Very nice meeting you. Yeah.
And I hope you're now craving a pork chop like I am. We're here on Creators X. My name is Savannah Peterson. Thanks for coming to learn with us.